Hey everybody, this is D Hunter bringing another action figure review. Today we're going to be looking at the Mattel WWE Elite Chyna and Triple H 2-pack. Now I believe this is the first time Mattel has ever made a Chyna figure. We've got some of the old Jax line, but pretty cool to have a first time in the line there. And then we got Triple H, who's been done to death, but they've made some really nice figures of him out there. So this is Chyna. She's holding 2 championship belts, and then Triple H in a robe. So let's go and check out the packaging here. As you can see at the top, D Generation X, True FX. That means Mattel uses their facial printing technology to make the face of these figures. Mattel logo, wrestling logo. Here they are. There's Chyna in there, looking a little stern and tough. Triple H in there in his robe. Looks like they both have alternate hands. 2 belts, first time in the line, WWE Elite Collection, Chyna and Triple H. On the side, you can see both of them. They were involved for quite a bit of time, but definitely no longer a thing. In fact, she has passed away a couple years ago. This side, here they are in the ring. The bottom, there is a barcode, in case that helps anybody, and a bunch of credits. And then the back here they are, both posed up, ready to go. So with no further ado, let's open them up. Alright, now that we got these figures out of the package, here they are with all of their accessories laid out. They do come with 2 championship belts. One is a European championship belt, I believe that is Triple H's, and the other is a World Wrestling Championship belt. I believe that actually belongs to Shawn Michaels, and Chyna was just holding both the belts at one point. They also come with 2 interchangeable hands, totaling 4 hands for each figure. And then Triple H has his removable robe. Now, the point of time these action figures are made from, Triple H and Chyna were seeing each other. In the 90s, I kind of recall Chyna and Sable being the 2 most popular female wrestlers, at least from my point of view. Not sure why Mattel never made a Chyna figure. I'm assuming they didn't have her likeness rights for whatever reason. She did pass away a few years ago, so whoever owns her estate was willing to make a deal with Mattel. So, let's take a look at both the figures. Here's Chyna, must say, face sculpt's looking pretty good. No offense to her, but she always looked kind of manly, both in the face and the fact that she's so muscular, and they sure did capture that very nicely in her arms. Got very nice movement in her torso here, just looking pretty good. We'll say for an elite figure, single jointed elbows, a little disappointing. Double jointed knees. You can see her pants sort of striped all the way through. You can see her flesh. Open boots look great. Then we've got Triple H here. I've gotten some pretty good Triple H figures over the years. Face sculpt looks pretty decent. Got the long blonde hair. Got this green robe. It is, of course, going to be removable. So, pretty cool set so far. And then here the figure is broken down as far as they can go, with all of their removable parts detached. So let's look at each of the figures individually, starting off with Chyna. I must say, her face looks pretty good. The bangs, the eyes, it definitely screams Chyna to me. Beyond that, I think the outfit's pretty nice as well. The collar could be removable if you wanted to take the time to heat her up and pop her head off. So let's check out her accessories, starting with her hands. Here she is with her fists. And here she is with her gripping hands. Wanted to point out the red fingernail polish. Nice little detail there. Now that we've taken a pretty good look at both the figure and her accessories, now let's check out her height. From bottom to top, she's sitting at about 6.8 inches tall, which is going to translate to about 17 centimeters. Now let's check out her articulation. Starting with her head here, of course you can rotate from side to side. You can look up and down just a little bit there. Shoulders on a ball joint. They can go out a full 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut. Single jointed elbows, which I'm not really impressed with. Does have a rotation at the top. Wrists can rotate, and they're hinged as well. Very nice ball joint in her torso area here. Rotate around, can also go back a lot, giving her a very large range of motion there. Traditional waist swivel below that. Legs on ball joints, they can only go out about that far. Then go forward about that much. Back really not at all. Got a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. Got a boot cut. Then her feet can go up and down. And they can tilt and rock just a little bit there. Now let's look at Triple H. And let's start with his hands. Here he is with his first pair of hands. They're sort of open. They could be sort of grabbing hands, maybe throwing hands. And here he is with his gripping hands. Now let's check out his robe. Kind of a dark green. Got some lighter color splashed in there as well. Notice the collar is thicker, kind of heavy up here. It is removable. You could put it on either figure. It's not a bad piece of clothing for an action figure. Here he is with the robe off. And here he is with the robe on. Pretty cool to have a couple different display options. And if you wanted to, yes, you could also put the robe on Chyna. Now let's look at these championship belts. They both look really nice. First one here, European champion. Looks pretty nice, gold plated, colors popping, looking great. And the other one here, it's a World Wrestling Championship. You can have Chyna holding both the belts, just like in the package. Or you could have Triple H wearing the belt, being super proud and full of himself. Now let's check out his height. From bottom to top, he's sitting at about 6.9 or 7 inches, which is going to be about 17.5 centimeters. Now let's check out his articulation. Starting with his head here, of course, it can rotate from side to side. Can look up and down about that much, not too much there. Shoulders on a ball joint, go out 90 degrees, up, down, around, all that good stuff. Bicep cut below that. Single jointed elbows, just a hair below a 90-degree bend. Wrist can rotate, it's hinged as well. Traditional type of ab crunch. Waist swivel, legs on a ball joint, then go out about that far. Forward, about that far. Back, not at all. There's a thigh cut. Double jointed knees. He's got a boot cut. And then his feet can go up and down. And they can tilt and rock a little bit. Now let's check them out compared with some other action figures. Starting off with some other wrestling figures. Here she is next to the only other Chyna figure that I have. This is a really old Jakks Pacific wrestling figure. The date on the bottom of her shoe says 1998. And she looked just so bad. This figure is horrible. I mean, look at her face. The only thing I did kind of notice, she has the same kind of pants on. Here he is with all the Triple H figures that I have. I must say, all these figures are good. They move very nicely. I really like suited action figures. So the far right Triple H figures are very nice, and they move so much more than I expected. And the guy in the far left, I really like his leather jacket and blue jeans. His articulation is also very nice. Here they are, next to some other Mattel WWE Elite figures. Then, with some Mattel Wrestling Basic figures. Here they are, with some female wrestling figures. The two on the left are Elite, and the two on the right are Basic. Next, let's check them out compared with some other action figure lines from different various companies to see how they fit in both scale and style-wise, in case you want to know which lines you can mix them with. Here they are with some DST or Diamond Select toys. Then with some McFarlane toys. And here they are with some DC Direct and DC Collectibles figures. Then with some NECA figures. And here they are with some Mezco 1/12 cloth soft goods action figures. And here they are with some of their Mattel brothers and sisters. Here are some Mattel DC Universe Classics and Multiverse figures. Then with some Mafex figures. And here with some Hasbro Marvel Legends. And then with some SH Figure Arts action figures. Then with some Jazzwares Fortnite figures. So overall, this is a pretty cool figure set. You don't get a lot of WWE Elite 2-packs out there. It's about time for Mattel to make a Chyna figure. I'm sure there will be more coming very soon. Both these figures look pretty good. The paint's pretty good, sculpt's pretty good. I will complain about the lack of double jointed elbows. Besides that, not too many other issues. Triple H's face looks good, his hair, his robe. Chyna, I really like her clothing. They captured her face and her arms pretty nicely. If I were to rate these figures, I'd probably give the set a 7 out of 10. So this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video. If you liked the video, press like below. If you have anything you want to say about the video, add it to the comment section. If you want to see additional action figure reviews from me, press subscribe. I do appreciate when you do that. Once again, this is D Hunter. Thank you guys for watching this video, and I'll talk to you guys real soon.